This video goes along with worksheet 3-13, which is the test review for Unit 3. This will be a review over slope, y-intercept, finding the equations from a graph, and trying to write it into slope-intercept form. Okay, the first one says, tell whether each of the following graphs have a positive, negative, zero, or undefined slope, and write your answer in the blank under each graph. Well, first off, this one right here is a vertical line, okay? Vertical line, look around where you're at. What is a vertical line? It looks like a wall. Can you walk up the wall? You cannot walk up a wall. It has no slope. And really what we use instead for this is undefined. Okay, to try and remember undefined, that line kind of makes a U for undefined. The next one, right here, I'm looking from left to right. I start from the left and I'm going down. So if you're going down, the slope is negative. Next, look at these two. Okay, this is a horizontal line. Horizontal has a zero, has O's in it. O's look like a zero. The slope is zero. Yeah, I also can remember because it can make zero, Z. For a horizontal line, the slope is zero. Next, right here, from left to right, start at the left. Here's my line, and I'm going up. This is positive. Next. All right, if you have not done these, why don't you pause the video and try it and then come back and see how you did. 2 says write the equation of a line with a slope of -3 and the y-intercept is 9. Remember, we have y equals mx plus b. M is the slope. B is always the y-intercept. Intercept. There we go. I have y equals m is the slope, so I have -3. Oops, I must put my hand on there. Let's try this again. -3x plus 9. There's your equation. The next one says identify the slope in the y-intercept. Y equals mx plus b. M is the number in front of the x. It doesn't matter the order. So my slope is -4. That's my m. B is the y-intercept. I have 0, 3. The next one, the slope. The slope is the number in front of x. Remember, y equals mx plus b. Now remember, look for the number in front of x. There it is, right there. So I have -1/4. My y-intercept, that's the number that's by itself. That's that 5, 0, 5. Number 5, write an equation with the y-intercept of 2 and the slope of -1. Remember, this is my b, this is my m. Y equals mx plus b. So I can write it as y equals -1x minus 2, or I can write y equals -x minus 2. Now, another way you could write it, what if we wrote it another way? I could write y, I could put the slope first, and then minus x. I could do it that way, or minus 1x. There are many ways that I could write this, and they would all be correct. Next, here's the next one. Pause the video if you don't have it done. This is a horizontal line. The y-intercept of the line, remember, some of you guys need to mark x, then y. The y-intercept is right here. 1, 2, 3. It is 0, 3. The x-intercept, does it cross the x-axis? No, there is none. Now the slope of the line, it's a horizontal line. Horizontal line makes a z for 0. It also has, look, horizontal has zeros or O's in it. The slope is 0. The equation of the line, the only intercept it has is the y-intercept, so it's y equals 3. You could also write it as y equals 0x plus 3, but remember 0 times x is 0, so this would go away, and it would make it just y equals 3. Here's the next one. This line is a vertical line. Remember to label x, then y. The y-intercept, does it touch this y-intercept right here? No, it's parallel to it. There is no y-intercept. There is none. The x-intercept touches right here. This is at -1, 0. Now, what is the slope of the line? This line is vertical. It is up and down. Think of it, remember, as a wall. Can you run up the wall? No, you cannot. Can't run up the wall, so there is no slope. And what do we use for no slope? We say undefined. Remember I said that this line could maybe make a U and help you with undefined? Now the equation of the line. There is no y-intercept. It doesn't touch it, so there is no y equals. The x-intercept, it does touch the x, so it's going to be x equals -1. Next, here's the next one. Pause the video if you don't have it done already. And then come back and see how you do. Remember, y-intercept is my b, slope is my m. Equation, y equals mx plus b. Okay, y-intercept right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, -5. My slope. Now start at the y. Well, first off, I know my line is positive. My line is going up. It's increasing, so it's going to be positive. So I'm going to start here at the y-intercept. I'm going to go up 1 and to the right 1. Oh, that's a little too far. Let's go up 2 to the right 1. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, that worked. I went up 2 to the right 1. Let's try it again. Up 2 to the right 1. Ding, 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 ding. Up 2 to the right 1. Oh, good deal. It's up 2 over 1. Slope, remember, is delta y over delta x, which is 2 over 1. 2 divided by 1 is 2. My equation is y equals 2x minus 5. Next, there's number 9. Pause the video if you don't have it done, and then come back and see how you did. Y-intercept crosses right here. Remember, x, then y. The y-intercept is 0, 2. The slope is decreasing. It is going down, so it's going to be negative. I'm going to go down 1 and over 1. Oh, wow, that worked. Try it again. Down 1 and over 1. Ding, 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 ding. Down 1 and over 1. Oh, perfect. So down 1 is -1 over 1. The slope is -1. The equation of the line, y equals -1x plus 2. Or you can write it, y equals -x plus 2. Now, it also asks you what is the x-intercept. This is the x-axis. It stops here. It's at 2, 0. Now, if you would have seen your x and your y-axis, you could have gone, or your x and y-intercept, you could have gone in your table 0, 2 and 2, 0 and done delta y over delta x, and you could have found your slope that way. That's just another way you could do this. Here's another one. Pause the video and see how you do. Right here, there's my, I keep not doing it, x, then y. My y-intercept's right here. This is 0, -1. My slope from left to right, it's going down. So I'm going to go down 1 to the right 1. Nope, I need to go over a little more. Down 1 to the right 1. 2, not quite. Down 1 over 3. The line's kind of big here. I think it's over 4. Let's try again. Down 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So it's down 1 and over 4. 1 over 4. Now before I write the equation, let's do it this way, because see, I can look here. I need to find the x-intercept anyway for D. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's try that. That number, the x-intercept is 4, 0. So let's build a table and put our intercepts in there. I've got x, then y. I've got 0, -1, and 4, 0. Delta y is plus 1. Delta x is plus 4. Delta y over delta x is 1 over 4. Sure enough, okay, good. That's what I've got up here. Okay, so my equation is going to be y equals, my slope is 1/4 x, then you use the y-intercept, minus 1. These are the two things you use. Here's the next ones. Write the equations as a graph. If you don't have them already, pause the video and try and do them and come back and see how you do. All right, I need m and I need b. Remember, m is my slope, b is my y-intercept. So I'm going to go over here. My y, I've got my x, and I've got my y. My y-intercept, 1, 2, 3, 4, is 0, -4. My slope, it's going to be negative because my line is going down. Start here. I go down 1 to the right 1. It's not quite on the line. If I go down 1 and over 2, it's too far. Well, darn it. What if I go down 2 and over 1? I could, let's see, that doesn't work, but if I go down 2 and over 1, 2, 3, ooh, that looks like it works. Down 2 over 1, 2, 3, ding, 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 ding. Down 2 over 3. So it's -2 over 3. There's my slope. My equation is y equals -2/3 x minus 4. Again, I would go in my calculator. I would go to y equals. I would go into y1 and put my equation in there and press graph. And I would make sure, that it matches what graph is right here. Okay, on my equation here, I need m and I need b. Okay, b is the y-intercept. I have x, then y. My y-intercept crosses right here. I've got it at 0, 2. My slope, up 1 to the right 1, put a dot. Nope. All right, try again. Up 2 to the right 1. Nope. Up 3 to the right 1. Ding, ding, ding. Up 3 to the right 1. Oh, good. I'm going up 3 and over 1. How many up? How many over? Rise over run. I'm going up 3 and over 1. My slope is 3. Y equals 3x plus 2. There's my equation. Here's the next one. Okay, it wants you to find the slope of a line that contains these points. You can do a couple things. We can go and we can graph it, -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up to 9. And 1, 3 over 1 and up 3. I see that my line is decreasing, which means my slope is going to be negative. And you can count how many down and how many over. Now for me, I think it's easier to go here to a table and put in my table x and y and do -5, 9 and 1, 3. And I can do delta y. That is -6. Okay, well that's what this is right here. I'm going down 6. Delta x, I'm going plus 6. I'm going over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is plus 6. So now delta y over delta x, -6 over 6 is -1. So my slope is -1. The next one, let me get rid of this here and do the next one. All right. I can go over here and I can plot these points, -6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and put a dot. And over 2 and down 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect my dots. Oh, I see my slope is decreasing, so it's going to be negative. And I can figure out how many down and how many over. I can do it that way or build a table. And I have x, then y. -6, -8, and 2, -4. And I can do delta y, the change in y, right here. Let's see here. That's only 4, 2, -4, -6. Oh, I messed up. Did y'all see that? Silly me. 2, 4 is right, but I didn't do this right. It was supposed to be negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Now it makes more sense. My line is actually going to be positive now. So I'm going up 4. Well, there's my positive 4 right here. And over, so I've got up 4. Now let's see what delta x is. Over 8. So I have 4 over 8. That reduces to 1/2. There we go. Whew. All right, here's the next one. Number 14, the x-intercept. X, then y. I'm sorry, the y, first one is the y-intercept. Remember, y-intercept is b. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. I've got 0, negative 4. My x-intercept crosses right here at 2, 0. My slope, remember slope is the letter M. I can do a couple things. One, if I wanted to find the slope, if I don't like messing with the graph and I already found my x and y intercept, go and build a table. Do 0, negative 4, and 2, 0. And do delta y over delta x. Or I go over here and I can go up 4 and over 2. That's what would be here, 4 over 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. My equation, remember y equals mx plus b. Y equals 2x minus 4. There's my equation. Again, I would put this in the calculator, press graph, and make sure I did it correctly. Here's the next one. It says, Valerie lost her wedding ring down the kitchen sink. Palmer Plumber charges $20 per hour plus a $30 service charge. Okay, they give us the equation to determine, okay, so I like to do this, to determine the number of hours is the x and the total cost is the y. What is the slope of the line? What does the slope of the line represent? Well, y per x. Y is the total cost, so it's the cost per the x. X is the hours. Cost per hour. It says, what is the slope of the line that oh my goodness, I keep doing this all the time. Silly me. This is what it means. Woo! All right, this is what it means. And then which number is the slope? Well, that's the 20. See, because look, it even says it's $20 per hour. That's how much it costs. Next, the y-intercept. The y-intercept is 0.30. Okay? What is the 30? It says it right here in the word problem. It's a service charge. So, oh, I guess I don't need to go that far. We don't have any more answer or questions here. Service charge. Look, once you know what the what it is, what number it is, go back in your problem and figure out what's with that number. See, like right here it says $30 service charge. That's how I knew when the y-intercept was 30 from my equation. I knew that I could use that as a service charge. Next one. Travis owns a comic store. He created a graph to help him determine the total amount of sales. What is the slope? Okay, so I can do one of a couple things. I can build a table and pick 2 points. I've got 10 and 30, this point right here. So I've got 10 and 30, and this one right here is 20 and 60. And now I can do delta y over delta x, or I can count my lines. I'm up 10, 20, 30, up 30, and over 10. Well, that's what's going to happen here, plus 30 over 10. 30 divided by 10 is 3, so my slope is 3. What does the slope mean? Remember, y per x. Well, what is the y? It says total sales in dollars. So I'm going to write, I could say total sales in dollars, but I'm going to say cost per comic book. And maybe some of you wrote, maybe some of you wrote total sales in dollars per comic book, and that's fine too. What type of correlation does it have? Well, the line is going, the dots are going up. It is a positive correlation. What does the point 30 and 60 mean? Well, think about this. This is my X number, this is my Y. This is my X number, this is my Y. So it's going to say 30 comic books. Oops, that should be a K. Books cost $60. Here's the next one. Bob's Bowling Alley charges a one-time shoe rental fee, and it charges $3 for each game played. The graph below represents the situation. Based on the information, how much does Bob charge for the shoe rental? Shoe rental fee is a one-time fee. That means it's going to be my y-intercept. It's going to be my constant. So constant. Doesn't want to write sometimes. Okay, here it is. It's right here. It's in between 2 and 3. It looks like it's 250. If you put anything near 250, I would give you credit because the dot's kind of big. What type of correlation? The line is going up. It is positive. Now, it says fill in the blank. Blank depends on blank. You guys need to remember y depends on x from our previous units. Here's x. Whoop, where'd it go? Oh, there we go, y. Okay, so I have, all right, I have y is total cost. Total cost depends on the x, which is the number of games. Okay, next. Okay, you have this formula and it wants to find which ray on the graph best represents a slope of 10. 10 is going to be 10 over 1. So we're going to go over here and I'm going to go up 10 and over 1 and put a dot. Okay, it's this green one. I need to find one of, I don't know which one of, wherever I guess it didn't come out on the, oh, let me try and reach this. It didn't come out on what we were doing. I had to take off my headphones real quick. Dun dun dun. Oh, it doesn't have the rays labeled. Okay, so right now on mine, you'll see which one it is, and you'll just have to look and see which one. For me on here, it's the green one. The next one says a slope of 30, which is 30 over 1. I'm going to go up 30 and over to the 1. It's right here. So let's see, this is 10. This one is 30. And for mine, you see mine is labeled in colors. The next one says a slope of 40, 40 over 1. So I'm going to go up 40 and over 1. There's the 40 right there. I don't even know what that is, maroon. Okay. Next. All right, a tutoring company, write the equation of the data. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do delta y, the change in y right here, plus 20, plus 20. Whoop, come on, pen. Plus 20. Delta x, plus 1, plus 1. So I have 20 over 1, which is 20. Well, 20 times 1 is 20. My equation would be y equals 20x. If the data were graphed, what will the slope of the line represent? Y per x. Cost per x is the number of hours, so it's cost per hour. Next, is the data proportional? Yes, because the constant is 0. What does the y-intercept represent? It means that you don't make money before you work. It means at 0 hours you've made $0. Next, Right here, it says the following is a graph of an airplane, the height of its height in the air after it descends. Okay, which of the following best describes it? This one says that it descends about 1,000 per foot. Okay, so let's try and find the slope. Let me start here. I'm going to have a dot here. This point right here looks like it is 0 and what do each one of these go by? 1, 2, 3, yeah. So it's 18, 19. Okay, so I've got, what is that, 2,000? Yeah, 0 and 2,000. Then here's another one. I'm just picking any random one that crosses evenly. And this is 30 and, what is this, 8, no, 12, 13, let's see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So this is up at 1,700, 30 and 1,700. So now I can build a table. This would probably be the easiest way. 0 and 2,000 and 30 and 1,700. So now I do delta y, which is minus 300, over delta x, which is 30. So I have negative 300 over 30. That is negative 10. The negative is telling me I'm descending, so the answer should be D. Okay, and from this problem right here, let's see, I need to pull this up just a little bit. It's talking about blank depends on blank. So if you look here, let's see if I can pull this up. There we go. So if you're looking at this, you see that we should know that y, let me get my pen going here, y depends on x. Well, I've got x and then I've got y. Y is the height. So the height depends on the time, the number of seconds. Ooh, can't write, can I? All right. Seconds. Next, okay, number 21. It's talking about find the slope and the y-intercept. Well, the slope, remember slope is delta y over delta x. The change in y right here is minus 4, minus 2, minus 6. Delta x plus 2 plus 1 plus 3. So I have negative 4 over 2, which is negative 2. Negative 2 over 1 is negative 2. Negative 6 over 3 is negative 2. That's my slope. Negative 2. Now my y-intercept, remember, it is 0 and some number. I can go through and table build, right, and use like 0, 4 and put my slope in there and take my slope times my x and find my y-intercept. But look, it's already labeled right here. So it's 0, 4. Next, well, let's go on from there. Can I write my equation? I sure can. Y equals, remember, mx plus b. Slope is the m, b is the y-intercept. Y equals negative 2x plus 4. Let's look at the next one. Okay. What is the slope? Well, we go delta y, the change in y is plus 1, plus 3, plus 2. Delta x, the change in x, plus 1, plus 3, plus 2. So I have delta y over delta x. 1 over 1 is 1. 3 over 3 is 1. 2 over 2 is 1. My slope is 1. My y-intercept, 0 and some number. I see it right here in my table, 0, 7. So if I wanted to write my equation, I would write y equals, I could write 1x plus 7, or I can write it as y equals x plus 7. Next one, finding my slope, delta y, the change in y, plus 10, plus 15, plus 10. Delta x, plus 2, plus 3, plus 2. Delta y over delta x, 10 over 2 is 5. 15 over 3 is 5. My slope is 5. Now my y-intercept is 0 and a number. Now in my table this time I didn't get that lucky. So I'm going to have to go and figure out what it is. So I'll use the point 1 and 14. Just I pick whatever number and I put 5 in there. So 5 times 1 is 5. You multiply these together. What do you have to do to 5 to get to 14? You have to add 9. So right here, my y-intercept is 0, 9. Next, a certain function contains ordered pairs shown in the following table. Use it to answer the following parts. What is the slope of the line? Okay, right here I've got 0, 5. What is that? That is my y-intercept. Okay, so I'm going to put B. I'm going to make my y-intercept 0, 5. But actually, that's not even what it was talking about. So let's go back over here. Let's see here. Let's find delta y, the change in y right here, minus 8. Minus 8. Those will work. Delta x, plus 2, plus 2. So I have negative 8 over 2, which is negative 4. So there's my slope. Now I'm going to write my equation. Y equals negative 4x plus 5. Now it says find the missing y value. Well, they're giving me the x. You can go in your table, go and put your equation. So go into y equals, go into y1, and put in there negative 4x plus 5, and look and see where so press second graph, and look and see where x is 12 as to what the y number is. I can also go and take negative 4 times 12, because 12 is x, plus 5. So I have negative 48 plus 5. The answer you should find in the calculator is negative 43. Next, here's the next one. We have to enter this into the calculator. So let me see here. Let me pull up my calculator. Oop. Okay, so what we're going to do is we have to figure out the correlation. So let's clear our memory. Second plus 7, 1, 2. I'm going to press stat and enter. Put in there 5, 10, 15, 20, 23, 25, 30, 30. Go to Y2. I have 40, 32.5, 30.5, 27, 18, 17.6, 11, 14. Okay, now I need to turn my stat plot on. Second y equals, enter, enter. Then press zoom 9. There's my there's my data. First off, what kind of correlation is there? It is negative. So right up here, where did I go with my pen here? It is negative. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here. I'm going to go to y equals. Let's put in the first equation, y 36 minus 2x. And I'm going to press graph. Not even close, so it's not this one. Let's go back and let's go up here and look at 38 minus 0.5x. Press graph. It goes through up here, but it doesn't make a good line going through the middle of all the points. It doesn't touch as many as possible, so it can't be this. So now I'm going to go into y equals. Let's put in there 40. minus x, press graph. Not bad, it's a little low, but let's try this another one. Let's try 43. And I'm going to press graph. Sure enough, it goes through more of the points. It seems to fit it a little better, so my answer is this one. Now it says, based on the trend line, what's your prediction for y if x is 35? So if I go in my calculator and I go to second graph, now I can hold the arrow key and go down to 35. I'm going to go up here though and go second window, second window, type in 35, and press second graph, and my answer is 8. Okay, so that's what it was at right here. Next, some data, they gave us an equation. Let's see, some data was entered into a graphing calculator along with the equation y equals 10x plus 30. What should you do to the trend line to make it fit better? Okay, well first off, if I look at this, we want to move this y-intercept up just a little bit because I want to start it here. Okay, it's going to make my line, I got to make parallel lines here, so it's going to make my line look like this. So what am I doing with the y-intercept? I'm moving the y-intercept up. So I'm increasing the y-intercept. So let's look at that. Decrease the y-intercept? Nope. Increase the y-intercept? Yes. Increase the y-intercept? Yes. Decrease the y-intercept? No. Now, this doesn't work. If I was able to, and I've got to move this line and bring it down, I've got to make it flatter. And by making it flatter, I'm moving it closer to 0. So I'm actually decreasing the slope. So my answer would be B. Number 24. Okay, you're supposed to figure out what's happening to this plane as it's descending. I would start and find my y-intercept, and that was 0 and 2200. And find another point that works exactly on here. Let's see. Well, actually, you can use any of them. One of the first things you should look at is see if there's an x-intercept. There it is right there. So I'm going to go for 0, oh, not 0. It's 80 and 0. So let's try that again. 80 and 0. See, this is my y-intercept, and this is my x-intercept. You could have chosen other ones on the line like here or looking, but this, to me, this tends to be the easiest way. I've got 0 and 2200 and 80 and 0. So I have delta y, the change in y, that is negative 2200. Delta x is up 80. So I'm going to have, let me move this down just a little bit, negative 2200 divided by 80. Well, let's go on my home screen. Negative 2200 divided by 80. Enter. My answer is negative 27.5. Well, what is it closest to? This one. Negative because it's decreasing, but it's closest to 25. Next, use the table to find the answer to these. What is the equation of the line? First off, look right here, 0, 4. My y-intercept is 0, 4. Okay, let me erase that for a sec. Now my x-intercept, remember I've got some number and 0. Well, there that is right here. So my x-intercept is negative 8. My slope, remember to find my slope, I need to have delta y over delta x. The change in y right here is 1. Let's see, and this is plus 2, plus 2. Over here I have plus 2, plus 4, plus 4. Well, I have 1 over 2, which is 1/2, and 2 over 4, which is 1/2. So my slope is 1/2. Y equals 1/2 x plus 4. There's your equation.